day, dear viewers, this is Gillet and you're welcome to GASA E-News. Another opportunity for us to learn is coming up next Sunday, July 26, 2020 at GASA University. The topic of discussion will be anger management, to be presented by Mr. Gillet. One of our reporters, Madam Enongene, covered this aspect of the news and now reports.
Yes, Gillet, as you know, the director of GASA Media have already launched a flyer in a video form for the upcoming Zoom conference which will take place on Sunday at the GASA University. The topic for this presentation will be anger management, and our guest speaker for that day will be Pastor Gillet. The GASA Media therefore invites our mates of 8990 class to come with their families and friends to benefit from this wonderful presentation. The time for this presentation will be 3 p.m. US Standard Time and 8 p.m. Cameroon time. Fellow mates, anger is something which is difficult for all of us to control. So it will be a wonderful opportunity for all of us to be present and learn from Pastor Gillet. I am Madam Enongene Victorine for GASA Media. Over to you, Gillet.
Thank you, Madam Enongene. Last week, members of the social department of our executive were interviewed in the person of Mr. Fonguni Pius, Madam Tangi Victorine, Mr. Fobele Nevi, and Mr. Fonkem Eugene. They were all asked how they usually manage to come out with a unanimous memo which they post in the forum, given that there are 4 of them in that department. Mr. Fonkem Eugene said they have created a subgroup to permit them chat their ideas together so as to come out with something unanimous, and any one of them can then post it in the forum. Mr. Fonguni Pius equally gave us his reasons for always posting music in the forum, which he said is to bring life, joy as part of socialization. Madam Tangi Victorine equally gave us a definition of free will donations. This is what she said.
Free will is a gesture which is added to this GASA 8990, where we all chip in what we are able to, according to how you feel, to help one another in case of a problem.
Thank you, Madam Tangi. The Secretariat of our organization has officially announced the accident of our friend, Madam Atemken Judith, on her right ankle. The social department immediately launched her free will donation, and right now, the finance department is already collecting the free will funds to permit us assist her during this moment of pain. So we call on all members to chip in their free will donations so as we can gather it together to help our friend who is really in pain. I know that members of GASA 8990 are very generous people, because the pain of one is the pain of all, and vice versa. No amount is too big or too small to put a smile on someone's face. Whatever God has put in your heart, just dip your hand in your pocket, pull it out, and let us put it together in order to assist our friend who is really, really in pain. We continue to encourage all members to log on to Zoom with their friends and loved ones to benefit from this wonderful topic that is coming up, anger management. Let us try to make it a date on July 26, 2020. So thank you for following us in today's program. Stay tuned to our subsequent programs and remain blessed. Dear viewers, this is Gillet and you're welcome to GASA E-News. GASA 8990 is hit with sad news. Last Friday, July 10th, 2020, we received information that one of us, Mrs. Atemken Judith, had an accident at work which led to a fracture at her right ankle. She's currently in the hospital. She already has a surgery and is still under medical attention. Members are already sending her get well soon messages in the forum. So we continue to encourage all to call her, as well as send her more moral boosting messages to cheer her up, and most importantly, pray for her quick recovery. Our recent Zoom conference meeting took place last Sunday, July 12, 2020, hosted by GASA Media. The topic of discussion was how to plan an event, which was presented by 3 guest speakers, which were Madam Kemge Beatrice, Madam Kemasum Justine, and Madam Forji Beatrice. Our guest speakers gave different things that we have to consider when planning an event, from time factor, budgeting, setting up committees, and evaluation of the event. One of our reporters, Madam Enongene Victorine, covered the time factor aspect that we have to consider when planning an event. Madam Enongene.
Yes, Gillet. During our Zoom conference, which took place on the 12th of July 2020 at the GASA University, one of our key speakers, Madam Kemasum Justine, made mention of time as one of the essential factors we should put into consideration when planning for our event. Fellow mates, time is very important here on when to organize our occasion. She made mention of the dry season as the best time for us to organize our occasion. Secondly, she also said we should put into consideration the year, the month, the day, and even the hour for this occasion to begin. Fellow mates, let us not be embarrassed. The time we tell our invitees to come, they come and we are still trying to put 1 or 2 things together. It will not be good for us. It will make us look stupid. So let us try and respect time when planning for an event. I am Madam Enongene Victorine for GASA Media. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Enongene. Madam Kemasum Justine also insisted that no event is too small to neglect planning and recommends that we should always establish a budget. This is what she said.
Remember, no occasion is ever small. You always begin with that impression, oh, I think I have to invite 20 people, 30, 50 people. Then before you turn your eyes, it has become a whole lot. So, what are you supposed to do? You are supposed not to do what they call, maybe you do budgeting.
Thank you, Madam Kemasum Justine. Madam Forji also said during her presentation that the event host is supposed to choose a good DJ as well as make a research to find out the kind of music that his guests are going to like. This is what she said.
DJ, the type of music that we have to play in those that occasion should give that people to really enjoy the occasion. You have to, the bride and the groom has to first of all research on the DJ, research on the type of music. That will not only give room for people to just sit down, but that will motivate people to stand up and dance with happiness and with joy.
Thank you, Madam Forji. Madam Kemge Beatrice equally advised that at the end of every event, we have to call different committee members to sit at table and evaluate every aspect about the event and take corrective measures. This is what she said.
Event is very necessary because you sit and you evaluate yourself, you assess yourself with all the people that worked with you, all the leaders that assisted you in that. Give an appreciation to them. That is how you move forward. That is how you plan your event. And at the end of the day, you have something like a drawing board so that you're able to be a master planner.
Thank you, Madam Kemge. We continue to encourage all members to always participate in Zoom meetings so as to gain knowledge and also experience. Thank you for following us in today's newscast. Stay tuned to our subsequent programs and remain blessed. Good day, dear viewers. This is Gillet and you're welcome to GASA Media. In the show today, we are going to be looking at how to create and professionally manage a business. You know, we are the age of creating and managing our own businesses rather than working to enrich other people. It's not easy to create a business, dear friends. You just need to look around you and see the needs of the people and make it available for them, and it becomes a very big business for you. Like for example, if you look around and you see that there are nursing mothers who are working class, you can set up a kindergarten for them to keep their babies while they go to work, and it becomes a very big business for you. it feels really good to be a boss of your own. I mean, you do what you want, when you want, and how you want it done. And for you to create and professionally manage a business, you need to put a good number of strategies in place to guarantee this. Yes. Strategy number 1, develop a business plan for your business. A business plan is simply a document that entails every information about your business. From the name of the business, its location, the ownership, the creditors, the targeted customers, your marketing strategies, the suppliers, tax policies, accountability and financial analysis, the recruitment policies. Everything as in everything. Write it down. Point number 2, develop the people to run your business. Recruit the right people for the right positions. Don't recruit people because you know them or they come from the same tribe or from religion with you. No. Make sure you recruit people based on competence, and make sure you set a good management team to manage this personnel well. Make sure you train them also so that they become more skilled to be able to meet up with the needs of changing time so that you can excel above your competitors. Put up also a good system of internal checks to monitor the personnel so that they can work well. Do it daily, monthly, weekly, and even quarterly and yearly. Make sure you also motivate your staff so that they can put in their best so that you can achieve your goals and objectives. Point number 3, develop the things that you need for your business. What is it that you need for your business? From the building and all its assets, write them down. Point number 4, develop finances for your business. What is the capital that you are looking at? Is it going to come from your pocket or is it going to be a line of credit? Write it down. Establish a good budgeting process. List all the things that you need and their prices. How much are going to sell them? Write them down. Try to calculate and look at the profit that you are going to make. Make sure you establish a good system to make cash flow statements, financial statements. Try to determine when is it that you are going to break even. Write it down. And also establish a good system of internal checks so that people will not get to embezzle your money. Point number 5, develop a method to revise and to adjust plans. Whether they are work plans or whether they are financial plans, develop a method to evaluate them so that you can see the progress that you have made, the major accomplishments that you have made, the trend of your business, client satisfaction, and also major areas of concern so that you can take corrective measures. I'm going to invite one of us, Mr. Nkeze, to tell us the advantages of running a business in your own area of competence. Mr. Nkeze.
Thank you, Gillet, for this opportunity to be on your platform, Gillet Show. It is a privilege to be on Gillet Show. It's one of the most outstanding shows in GASA 8990. The advantage of being an entrepreneur in your own area of expertise or your own competence is that you are a master of that field. You master all area of the business. You understand the negative and the positive side of the business. You can step in at any particular time to adjust to the situation. You can better refine the business based on your knowledge and the skills that you have in order to make it move positively. That is one of the best things you can do when you become skilled in your domain.
Thank you, Mr. Nkeze, for coming to share this vital information with our viewers. Dear viewers, I believe you have learned 1 or 2 things from him. Put it into practice and you will not regret it. Thank you for following us in today's program. Stay tuned to our subsequent program. Good day, dear viewers. This is Gillet and you're welcome to GASA E-News. Last week, our general organizer, Mr. Nkeze Julius, interviewed many of our members to assess and evaluate our organization as well as say the direction to which it is moving in what he termed GASA Voices. Many of our members appreciated the GASA media team, the social department, the finance department, as well as the executive for their selfless services towards the group, not leaving out every other single member of the group for expressing their love, unity, and solidarity towards each other in happy and sad moments. Our recent Zoom conference meeting took place last Sunday, June 28, 2020, hosted by GASA Media, where the agenda was in two parts. The first part of the agenda was the assessment of our organization by our general organizer, Mr. Nkeze Julius, and the mid-year finance statement by Mr. Ason Chris. Let's listen to Mr. Nkeze.
The end of year speech of the president. The president laid out some goals we need to attain. And I think to where we are now, we have attained almost 90% of those goals.
Mr. Nkeze for that assessment. Let's listen to Mr. Ason Chris.
So from now, we have 5 people that if anything happens to them now, this meeting might not be able to attend to them because they are not in compliance.
Thank you, Mr. Ason. Let's hear our president as he assesses our organization in his own words.
Special acknowledgement or thanks will go to the GASA media team. They are doing a wonderful job. Once more, I say kudos. I think we should give them a hand of applause.
Thank you, Mr. President. In the second part of the meeting, Mr. Tamanken Ladislas did a wonderful presentation on domestic violence on pregnant women. He outlined the causes, the consequences, and the remedies. Let's listen as he cites some of the causes of domestic violence.
Mortality, and this infant mortality is the death rate among infants per 1,000 live births. Puerperal psychosis. In some places, it's easy to see a pregnant woman suddenly going off.
Thank you, Mr. Tamonken. The entire class of GASA 8990 sends words of appreciation to Madame Tanguy Victorine for supporting the group with a huge sum of money to pay for the software to host our Zoom conference meetings. Let's hear our general organizer what he says concerning this.
Today, we will not be shutting down on this Zoom. Thanks to Madame Tanguy Victorine.
Amen.
Our shutdown on Zoom is finished. Let's give a round of applause to Madame Tanguy.
Thank you, Mr. Nkeze. Dr. Boots Akumu sends her voice to chip in her own contribution on how the direction of GASA 8990 is moving. This is what she said.
Of group of people that God put together for such a time as this. And what more can I say? In the time of trouble, I have seen their love. In the time of celebration, I have seen their love. In the time of business, I have seen their love. Everything, GASA is there just for you. What more can I say? They have gone extra mile to do too much in classmates. They have gone extra mile to reach out to friends and relatives. They have gone extra mile to bring that closeness, that oneness. And again, I don't know what to say, but to just say, hooray.
Thank you,
hooray.
Dr. Bruce, for those words of encouragement. Thank you, dear viewers, for following us in today's newscast. Stay tuned to our subsequent programs and remain blessed. Good day, dear viewers. This is Gillet, and you're welcome to GASA E-News. Last Sunday, June 14th, 2020, we had our regular Zoom conference meeting hosted by GASA Media. The topic of discussion was how to manage our personal finances. Our guest speakers were Madame Betanga Ambrosia and Madame Atemken Mary. They all gave us different ways of managing our personal finances intelligently so that we won't get to suffer during retirement. Madame Betanga Ambrosia encouraged members to always be accountable to all money received. This is what she said.
And I considered was accountability. We should always take a stock of and be accountable on whatever money you receive. Each day when you go out of your house or when you have any money, at the end of the day, take a stock of whatever you have spent I have received this today. This is what I spent. List it out and ensure that your expenses do not exceed your income.
Madam Atemken Mary also encouraged members to always invest on children's education. This is what she said.
As Africans, our life insurance is mostly our children. When you have your children, you rely on them. You know that when you are old, your children will be there for you. You rely on them. You know that when you are sick, your children will be there for you. The same as your life insurance.
Some of our members who received help from the association during their times of difficulty have sent words of gratitude to the whole class of GASA 8990. Let's listen to what Fondunwale Gladys has to say.
Hello, I'm Gladys Fondunwale, mate in Grammar School Fontem 8990. I want to thank the president and the executive. Thank our parents for sending us to Grammar School Fontem 8990, which has made us today to be proud of Grammar School, a product of Grammar School. That has made us to become parents again, responsible, until we have a group that can help somebody, each and everyone, when you have a problem. Today, I stand to tell you that I'm happy, I appreciate whatever you people done to us. When, especially me, when I lost my elder brother wife and my elder brother, 7 January 2020, which people stand by me, by my side, to show me the love, the unity, and the solidarity to the end. When you send the freeway, the day that you people gave me the freeway, it was just as if the loads that I carried was uplifted. I'm so happy, I'm so proud of you people. I belong. People are asking me, how can I manage to enter this group? How can I pay? How much? I said, no, we don't pay that. It's just a group. It's just a bash. 8990 that we are today become one family. I'm a single lady, 2 kids, a designer, Cameroon, Chateau.
His Royal Highness Chief Fokembin also sends his words of gratitude to the whole class. This is what he said.
Thank you, dear mates of 8990 batch, for being each and every one keeper during sad and happy events. I also want to use this opportunity to thank you all for the wonderful financial support you gave me when I lost my elder man in January 25, 2020. May God continue to inspire us all so that we continue to give motivating ideas for the growth and the success of this association to higher heights. Long live the executive, long live GASA. Thank you all.
The whole class of GASA 8990 wants to encourage members to always take part in our Zoom conference meeting. Not only will you gain information that is educative, it's also a great experience to participate in a Zoom conference meeting. Thank you, dear viewers, for following us in today's program. Stay tuned to our subsequent programs and remain blessed.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. Let's make a noise.
Hey, dear viewers, this is Gillet and you're welcome to GASA Media. In the show today, I will bring you one of us whom you will love to meet, you will love to hear about, and you will love to know more about her. She is a talented young lady, creative and innovative. She is a risk bearer. She is a business lady. In fact, you can simply just call her an entrepreneur. You know, one way of gaining financial freedom is by becoming an entrepreneur. So there are people who think out of the box, they look into the society, they see the needs of the people in the society, and they create businesses to suit the needs of the people in the society. So we are talking about no other person here than Dr. Ruth Akumo, the owner of a very famous University of Theology. We are going to invite her through Skype to come and tell us more about this her university. Dr. Brooks, please do tell us more about your university.
Theological University is a demonified university where the Word of God is taught live. We are excited for you to be part of our students, to enroll in us. If you know you have a calling in your life, what is it all about? It is where God's Word is being brought alive to you. In this world that we are living today, full of upheavals, I've come to understand that many schools are just quoting, or many students are just quoting the scripture. But when situation turns, they don't know how to handle it. In Open Gates, our motto is practically living the word and applying it in daily problems and whatever you find yourself. Again, what can you do with Open Gates? Open Gate will take you in far beyond. We are affiliated with a renowned college, Life College Seminary. Where can you find us? opengate.education. God bless.
We have heard that you have written a lot of spiritual books during this period of lockdown. Can you please tell us more about these books that you have written?
Most of my books are very spiritual, very inspirational. Actually, I have 7 books in numbers and writing and 3 magazines for confident women. But as far as my books are concerned, in this period of lockdown, I wrote 4 books. The Power of Prayer and Deliverance, The Upper Room Experience, Strategy for Spiritual Warfare, and The Time to Pray is Now. The Power of Prayer and Deliverance is simply telling you how important and powerful prayer is all about, and deliverance. Prayer availeth and move mountains. The Upper Room Experience for 40 days prayer and fasting is very simple. Mark chapter 9 verse 29 says, this can only be done through prayer and fasting. The strategy for spiritual warfare, it gives you every strategy how to combat the enemy. And the time to pray is now. In this very difficult time.
Wow! Thank you, Dr. Boots, for this wonderful information. The books are indeed very interesting and very useful. Please do tell us more. How can we get a copy of these books?
My books are all available on Amazon, but as for now, the easiest way for you to get them, you can go through my website, www.florence@drfbrooks.com. I have a store that you can order my books from, or you can call me and then I mail them to you. And it's very simple.
Well, dear viewers, you have heard from our famous Dr. Bruce Akumo, her books, and her university. If you need any of those copies of the books, please do contact her through any of these numbers on the screen, or you can simply get to her through opengate.education. Thank you, dear viewers, for following us in today's program. I believe you did enjoy it. Thank you so much. Follow us in our subsequent programs and remain blessed.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. Let's make a
Good day, dear viewers. This is Gillet, and you're welcome to GASA Media. In the show today, we'll be looking at qualities of good leadership. Who is a leader in the first place? A leader is one who knows the way, who goes the way, and who leads the way. So we are all leaders in one way or the other, as parents, as workers, as Christians. So the big question is, are we good leaders or not? But by the end of this presentation, all of us are going to be good leaders. Quality number 1, honesty and integrity. If you're an honest leader, you will win the integrity and respect of your subordinates. Be a committed leader. If you are committed, give your full commitment to your job, your subordinates will copy from you and you are going to reach your objectives. Be confident in yourself. If you have confidence in yourself, your subordinates will also have confidence in you and they will give you their full trust and support. You have the ability to inspire others. Yes. Inspire your subordinates through your good example so that they can dream more to be like you. They want to do more. They want to know more from you. Be a good communicator. Yes, you should be able to communicate effectively your goals and objectives to your subordinates and motivate them to be able to reach those goals. Don't Don't forget to strategize, to give them the strategies to achieve these goals and objectives. Be able to delegate power and authority to your subordinates. Yes, you are not there to do all the work all alone. You are just there as a planner, as an organizer, as a director, and you monitor. So as you delegate the powers, you just monitor them and support them, give them the resources to reach these goals. Be a creative and innovative leader. If you are a creative and innovative leader, you'll be outstanding with your team because you will be able to meet the needs of changing time and you excel above your competitors. Have empathy. If you have empathy, it means you have feeling for your subordinates. If they come and lay a problem to you, maybe it's even a family problem, don't say go away, it doesn't concern work. No. Try to listen to them, listen to their pain, listen to their problem, and try to propose solutions. Be a resilient leader. A resilient leader is one who stays positive in a very tough situation. You try to be a problem solver. If you are that kind of problem solver leader, your subordinates will always give you their support. Be emotionally intelligent. Avoid from falling in this kind of trap of dating your subordinates. Immediately you date your subordinates, you have sold your leadership skills because you won't be able to take decisions effectively anymore. Be a transparent leader. Yes, always don't hide any information from your subordinates concerning work. Be transparent, and this will also urge them to be transparent too. Be a visionary leader. Look into the future, establish long-term goals, and lay down strategies for you and your subordinates to be able to follow them to reach those objectives. Thank you, dear viewers. I will invite one of us, Madam Tangi, to throw more light on this issue of qualities of leadership.
Develop transparency. The transparency will lead to people to believe in you and build their trust. Encourage the risks and innovation. Be creative so that people can get to work and create an effective working environment. Have the value of ethic of ethnicity and integrity, which means you follow the rules and regulations of the organization, and this will follow suit the followers. Act decisively. Create the goals of the organization, and they should be clean and clear for people to follow. Balance the truth and optimism. Remember, you are not going to be 100% successful, irrespective of how you do it. Assessing your strengths and your weaknesses will lead to effective leadership. Listen to yourself speak sometimes and learn from your mistakes. Be compassionate. Let the people around you know that you love them and you feel for them and you care about them. Thank you, my fellow friends.
Thank you, Madam Tangi, for that wonderful presentation. Dear viewers, I know you have learned one or two things from her. Thank you for following us in today's program. Stay tuned to our subsequent programs.
On the beat to selfie.
Good day, dear viewers. This is Gillet, and you're welcome to GASA Media. In the show today, I'll be giving you some little tips on what you can do to love your job, even if you hate it. Yes, it's really hard to have a job that you love. But even if you are lucky to have one, if you do not do something to maintain that love of it, the love of it will go away. That is why today we find ourselves doing jobs that we do not really love, but we can't quit because we have so much responsibility on our shoulders. But believe me, you can love that job with these tips that I'm going to give you. Tip number 1, chase mastery and accomplishment. Remember, every job requires a skill. If you can only struggle in your own area of work to be able to master those skills that are required for your work to your fingertips, you'll find yourself already in love with your job. Just take, for example, a simple buy and sell and learning the skills of greeting her customer with a smiling face and thanking them for shopping at her place, encouraging them to always come and buy at her place. She's already in love with her job. Give yourself autonomy or constraint. If your job is that which requires some specific laid down restrictions, make sure that you give yourself the freedom of doing things in your own way. Yes, if you want to do things in your own unique way, but not going out of the objective of your employer, you find out that you're really in love with your job.
find purpose and meaning for your work? There is this story about two famous bricklayers when asked about their job. The first one complained of how miserable his job was, but the second one gave an interesting answer. He said, I am the luckiest guy in the whole wide world. I transformed pieces of bricks into exclusive masterpieces. Oh my God! Both of them were right anyway, but the difference was in the area of the mindset. You do not have to be a big cog in a machine because every cog in a machine matters. If the slightest part of the cog is absent in the machine, that machine will not work. So big or small in the society, whatever you are doing, you are very, very important. Feel contented with what you do. You want yourself to feel empowered and in control. I know that most of us want to receive the reward from our employers. Yes, there is no big deal about that, but do not rely on that to love the job. Yes, develop your own intrinsic motivation from within to always feel satisfied with your work. When you work today, look at it and not satisfied. If there is something you didn't do well, try to strive to improve and to improve. Before you know it, you're already involved in your job, bringing predictability or unpredictability to your work. Yes, depending on your preference or experience, bring structure or novelty to your work. If you're really feeling chaotic or anxious about your work, then bring predictability to your work, and this will allow you to enter a small state. Yes, and if you find out that your work is becoming a little bit monotonous, try to bring variety or unpredictability to your work, and you'll find out that your work will be so much fun. Use the power of scarcity. Accept it or not, we operate at with scarcity. It is already in our nature. When you put yourself on a deadline, suddenly you find out that you're already doing things that were impossible for you. And you can do this by setting down goals and using a timer to accomplish them. By the time you do this, you discover that you're already involved with your job. So I'm going to invite one of us, Madam Tangi Victorine, to come and tell us what motivates her to love her job and what she's doing to continue to love that job. You're welcome, Madam Tangi.
And how do I start my day? How do I like a job that I didn't really want? First, overthinking is not too good. Just get on there and do it. Because when you get on there and you do it, you will do it just fine no matter what you're doing. Whether you are a buyer and seller, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a pharmacist, whether you're a nurse, or whatever you are. When you put your mind on it, you will do it just fine.
Thank you, Madam Tangi, for coming to share your experience with our viewers. Dear viewers, I'm sure you have learned one or two things from her. Try to put it into practice in your own area of work and you will not regret it. Thank you for following us in today's program. Stay tuned to our subsequent programs and remain blessed.
Good day, dear viewers. This is Gillet and you're welcome to GASA Media. In the show today, I'm going to be doing a short presentation on what you should do when you go to consult your doctor when you are sick. Most patients do think that when they go to the hospital and they have to take their body weight, their body temperature, maybe their blood pressure, or maybe even their heartbeat, it is already an indication that the doctor will be able to know what is wrong with them. But this is not true. The first and most important information that will help the doctor to be able to diagnose what is wrong with us is the information that comes from us, the patient. So, we should do well to always reveal the right information about our health to our physician anytime that we go to consult. Let me just take an example. Some women usually suffer from vaginal infection. This may be due to bacterial infection or fungal infection. And these two diseases are related in their signs and symptoms such as vaginal itches and discharge of mucus. And these two diseases have different pathways of treatment. So somebody will be wondering what is the great deal between the two. But imagine a patient in front of a doctor with this a vaginal infection, and the doctor happens to ask, the discharge of mucus that you are having, does it smell? And the patient feels a little bit embarrassed. So if I say yes, the doctor will maybe think that I'm smelling and is tempted to say no, whereas it does smell.
So, you see, the doctor will go ahead to prescribe an antifungal for its treatment, whereas it is a bacterial infection that should rather be treated with an antibiotic. So, such a patient will go home, take these drugs, and will not be satisfied because she will not be healed. Another patient with similar situation may even not reveal the signs and symptoms that she is witnessing simply because maybe she thinks that this is a sexually transmissible disease, and it may make the doctor to think that maybe she has multiple sex partners. But we must never be shy to reveal the right information about our health to our physician, because that is just the password to our treatment. Without this necessary information, we cannot be treated the right way. So this video is to encourage all patients out there to know that the key to their treatment lies with them. If you decide to give the right information, you'll be treated, and if not, you will suffer. So I will therefore call on Dr. Fozao to throw more light on what I am talking about. You're welcome, Dr. Fozao.
Hi, this is Dr. Fozao. In order to properly diagnose and manage a disease, history from the patient is the most important piece of information during the doctor-patient encounter. This is because many diseases present with similar or same symptoms. The information that we get from a patient is highly confidential and to be used for diagnosis and treatment only. During our encounter with the patient, we focus on the onset of the problem, the duration, the progression, the timing, and the severity. We also ask if this patient have seen other doctors with a similar problem, if there was some tests done, they currently taking any medication, including some homemade regimens. We also focus on the past medical history, the allergies, the medication, past surgical history, social history, and family history.
Thank you, Dr. Fozao, for that wonderful presentation to encourage our viewers to be able to know that they have to review the right information of their health to their physician. We are very grateful you came. I believe that this has made sense to somebody, and we are going to use this information to help ourselves. Thank you so much.
GASA Media. In today's show, we are going to be talking about more tips on how to keep our families healthy. Tip number 1: build the foundation of your marriage on God's word. What do I mean by this? If we are in a Christian marriage, the both couples will understand that love your neighbor as the principle of love your neighbor as yourself. If you love your wife, you will not cheat on her. She too loves you, she will not cheat on you. Because of what? If you don't want your wife to cheat on you, you too should not cheat on her. So you do unto others what you expect others to do unto you. And if we practice that principle, you will see that nobody will hurt the other. Principle number 2: always pray for your marriage. Pray, especially the wives. We need to pray for our husbands. We need to pray for our children. We need to pray for God to give us the grace to live a better married life. Because to tell you the truth, marriages are undergoing a lot of challenges. That is why when we are signing marriages, we say for better and for worse, because surely worse will come. And when the worst comes, if you are not a prayerful wife or a prayerful husband, it might sweep away your marriage may just collapse. But if you are somebody who is prayerful, no matter the storm, your marriage will resist because of that word of prayer that you say every day. Pray for your husband, because when he goes out there are lots of challenges. If you do not pray for him, one thing or the other, one woman will get him, and that will be the end of it. So, one other thing, the next thing is communication. Make sure you communicate with your partner, no matter how much your partner has wronged you. Always give an opportunity for him or her to explain what happened. Yes, it's not because you listen to one phone call that a girl called you and said, "I'm your husband's girlfriend." You just pack your things and leave the house. What for? Listen to your husband. Let him tell you whether it is true or whether it is false. Let him tell you what he wants to say before you jump into conclusion. Avoid nagging. Nagging is a very bad attitude in marriage. Your husband or your wife comes back, are you from visiting those your girlfriends or your boyfriend? No, why? It is not all times that men stay out that they are with girlfriends or boyfriends. They are enjoying company with their other friends too. So it's not because he's married to you that he becomes a prisoner. No, let everybody feel free. Let him feel free, let you feel free, but everybody should respect his or herself. When you keep reminding your partner of girlfriends and so on, he will do it. And by the time you know it, what will you do? There is nothing you can do. Be ready to apologize to your partner. There are some people that word sorry can never come out of their mouths. That is it. But it is very, very essential. No matter how much wrong you have committed, if the two of you are together and you go down on your knees and say, honey, I'm sorry. What I have done, I am truly sorry. Please forgive me. Let's move ahead. He will forgive you, or she will forgive you. But because of pride, we don't want to say sorry. Please let us try to always apologize for peace to reign in the family. Don't allow your anger to control you, to act out of character. Just because you have heard that your husband is sitting in the bar with a lady, it's enough for you to get furious with anger, with rage. You begin to storm the whole place. No. You can have everything under your control even without doing all of that. If you hear that your husband is there with the girlfriend, what you do, sit at home and wait for him. When he comes, don't even ask him. Just welcome him. Just treat him well. One thing is that if you, the wife at home, if you treat your husband very well, if he goes out and even tastes what is outside there, and he compares with what he has in the house and he sees that what is outside is not even up to what he has in the house, they will turn and they will come back. So that is it. Avoid quitting your marriage, not because you are angry because of one thing or the other. You pack your load and you want to go. What for? No, sit back. If you pack your load and you go, you are just giving your husband an opportunity to bring another woman. So better still stay there and manage everything that is happening. Dear friends, thank you for staying tuned. Welcome to GASA Media. In today's show, we are going to be talking about more tips on how to keep our families healthy. Tip number 1: build the foundation of your marriage on God's word. What do I mean by this? If we are in a Christian marriage, both couples will understand that love your neighbor the principle of love your neighbor as yourself. If you love your wife, you will not cheat on her. She too loves you, she will not cheat on you. Because of what? If you don't want your wife to cheat on you, you too should not cheat on her. So you do unto others what you expect others to do unto you. And if we practice that principle, you will see that nobody will hurt the other. Principle number 2: always pray for your marriage. Pray, especially the wives. We need to pray for our husbands. We need to pray for our children. We need to pray for God to give us the grace to live a better married life. Because to tell you the truth, marriages are undergoing a lot of challenges. That is why when we are signing marriages, we say for better and for worse, because surely worse will come. And when the worst comes, if you are not a prayerful wife or a prayerful husband, it might sweep away your marriage. Your marriage may just collapse. But if you are somebody who is prayerful, no matter the storm, your marriage will resist because of that word of prayer that you say every day. Pray for your husband, because when he goes out there are lots of challenges. If you do not pray for him, one thing or the other, one woman will get him, and that will be the end of it. So, one other thing, the next thing is communication. Make sure you communicate with your partner, no matter how much your partner has wronged you. Always give an opportunity for him or her to explain what happened. Yes, it's not because you listened to one phone call that a girl called you and said, I'm your husband's girlfriend, you just pack your things and leave the house. What for? Listen to your husband. Let him tell you whether it is true or whether it is false. Let him tell you what he wants to say before you jump into conclusion. Avoid nagging. Nagging is a very bad attitude in marriage. Your husband or your wife comes back, are you from visiting those your girlfriends or your boyfriend? No. Why? It is not all times that men stay out that they are with girlfriends or boyfriends. They are enjoying company with their other friends too. So it's not because he's married to you that he becomes a prisoner. No, let everybody feel free. Let him feel free, let you feel free, but everybody should respect his or herself. When you keep reminding your partner of girlfriends and so on, he will do it, and by the time you know it, what will you do? There is nothing you can do. Be ready to apologize to your partner. There are some people that word sorry can never come out of their mouths. That is it. But it is very, very essential. No matter how much wrong you have committed, if the two of you are together and you go down on your knees and say, honey, I'm sorry. What I have done, I am truly sorry. Please forgive me. Let's move ahead. He will forgive you or she will forgive you. But because of pride, we don't want to say sorry. Please let us try to always apologize for peace to reign in the family. Don't allow your anger to control you, to act out of character. Just because you have heard that your husband is sitting in a bar with a lady, it's enough for you to get up with furious, with anger, with rage, and begin to storm the whole place. No, you can have everything under your control even without doing all of that. If you hear that your husband is there with the girlfriend, what you do, sit at home and wait for him. When he comes, don't even ask him. Just welcome him. Just treat him well. One thing is that if you, the wife at home, if you treat your husband very well, if he goes out and even tastes what is outside there, and he compares with what he has in the house, and he sees that what is outside is not even up to what he has in the house, they will turn and they will come back. So that is it. Avoid quitting your marriage, not because you are angry because of one thing or the other. You pack your load and you want to go. What for? No, sit back. If you pack your load and you go, you are just giving your husband an opportunity to bring another woman. So better still stay there and manage everything that is happening. Dear friends, thank you for staying tuned. Good day, dear viewers. This is Gillet and you are welcome to GASA Media. In the show today, we are going to be talking about public speaking tips. Yes, and you know, as adults, we always be called once in a while to do a presentation in public, and it is a great challenge to some people. But believe me, by the end of this presentation, everybody will be able to handle this without any problem. Tip number 1, be prepared. Yes, each time we are called to do a presentation in public, make sure you master the content of whatever you are going to present to your fingertips. If there are some difficult words to pronounce, make sure you learn their pronunciation ahead of time. Yes, if you are to use a slide or to give handouts to your audience, make sure you prepare them also ahead of time. Do a pre-presentation in front of a mirror or in front of a video camera. After which you do a replay and you watch how it's going to look like in front of your real audience, so that from there you can correct some errors before you face your real audience. Command the space. This simply means improve your body language. Let your body language match with what you are explaining. Avoid being rigid. Avoid pocketing your hands. Avoid folding your arms. No, feel free, relax when you are doing a presentation, and make sure you face your audience and make eye contact with them. It is very, very important. Channel your inner Patrick. You know, the tone of your voice and how you speak will create a positive impact in your audience. Make sure the tone of your voice is loud enough for the person right at the back to be able to hear you. Make sure you speak at a steady pace and you vary your pitch. Speak clearly and confidently. Pronounce every word clearly for the understanding of everybody. Conquer your fears. How do we conquer our fears during a presentation? Is how prepared we are. The more prepared we are, the less nervous we are going to be, and the more likely we'll be able to handle any mishap. Yes, prepare yourself very well and you will not even have any fears, you will not be nervous. One thing we could do to conquer our fear is knowing that anytime we are doing a presentation and we are the ones in front, we are higher in command than any other person that is in our audience. It doesn't matter the position of the person. Just knowing that you are higher in command, you can command even the president to come in front and stand there, and you use him as an example to demonstrate something that you are explaining. And just knowing that you are higher in command makes you, at least, to drive away that fear. Who are you afraid of again if you are the higher in command? That is it. Know your audience. Yes, it's very important to know your audience before time so that you match your language and the content of your presentation to the level of your audience. You don't expect to use the same language that you use to talk to children, to adults. No. So, avoid reading notes. Yes, each time you are called to do a presentation, don't write pages upon pages. You can summarize in points. You just flash your eye and then you give the explanation. Very important. Reading notes is boring. It will make your audience not to focus on you. Add some style. Yes. If you are using a slide for presentation, for example, make sure you try to summarize it to the barest minimum. And make the characters to be big and colorful so that your audience will be able to read easily. You can even use images or pictures for demonstration. Very important. Try to enjoy yourself. When you are doing a presentation, enjoy what you are presenting. And that is the only way that you can make other people or your audience to enjoy it too. Yes, if you see that the environment is very tense, try to break the ice by creating some humor. You can use a little story, you can use a little song so that the environment will be relaxed before you continue with your presentation. Learn from your past error. Yes. Try to analyze at the end of every presentation, analyze where you did well and where you did wrong. So that from there, you capitalize only on where you went wrong so that you can learn from there to improve in your next presentation. Dear friends, that is the little we gathered for you and we encourage you to try it so that you can become used to it. It's very important. Thank you so much and remain blessed. Stay tuned to our subsequent programs. Thank you. Good day, dear viewers. This is Gillet and you're welcome to GASA Media. In the show today, we are going to be talking about more tips on how to keep the family healthy. Tip number 1, treat your mom and your dad-in-law like king and queen. Yes, if you need blessings in your marriage, make sure you show them love, you offer them what they need, give them money, give them everything that they need from you. And that is the only way that you can have blessings from them. Imagine that we two are giving birth to male and female. If in future our boy child gets married to a wife and the wife begins to call us names, call us witches or wizards, and is that what is going to keep us happy? Do unto others what you expect others to do unto you. If you want someone to treat you as a mother-in-law very well, make sure you treat your own mother-in-law too very well. Tip number 2. Sometimes you have affection or sex with your partner in broad daylight so that you get to see the whole body inside. Yes, I will tell you a little story. One time a lady went to identify the corpse of the husband and took a different corpse. You cannot imagine what an embarrassment. She went and buried the corpse. 2 weeks later the owners of the corpse came. I don't know how they managed it. I don't know. It is so embarrassing. So when I see, it is so surprising that a lady will go to bed in front of the husband. She's covering herself with lawn. What for? open the loin and bend down in front of your husband and rub, so that your husband will get to see you very well. You should be able to identify each other even with your eyes closed. Tolerate the errors of your partner. Yes, there is nobody who is perfect. If the weaknesses of your partner is that maybe she doesn't know how to cook or she doesn't know how to dress, teach her how to dress. Take her somewhere where she can learn how to cook. The only problem is if she doesn't comply. That is when there's problem. Be submissive to your husband. This is very important. Wives are called to be submissive to their husbands. That's what the Bible says. And the husband is supposed to treat the wife with love and care. If you have anything to say to your husband, don't impose. Bring it as a suggestion. The two of you chat it out, and the husband has the right to give the final conclusion. And you are not supposed to go against it. Make sure you dress well and attractive. Some of us women, we think that we could only dress attractive when we're looking for husband. Now we have the husband, we should not dress anyhow. Says who? Hello? Ha! You should dress attractive. Dress the way that your husband will admire you, he will desire you, he will want you, and wants to come after you every minute as if he has seen you for the first time. Yes, if not, he will get attracted to other women outside and you will begin to cry at home. Avoid comparing your family with other family situations. Just because you have gone to a friend's house and you're seeing that the husband is assisting in cooking or in washing, you come and impose it on your husband? No. Hell no. You're looking for trouble where there's no trouble. You can just make your husband to assist you. The way that you go about it. Please, honey, can you help me to do this? Can you help me to do it? You will see him, you will already do it without you imposing. Trust your partner. Yes, have confidence in your partner. There is no need looking at your partner and thinking that your partner is going up or is going down. No, have confidence that he's able to respect himself, that she's able to respect herself. Finally, spend more on your family than on those that are in the exterior. Yes, if you spend 50 francs out there, spend 10,000 francs in your family. Because those are the people that will always stay by you, whether the goings are good or the goings are tough. Those ones out there, they are hanging around you because they have seen something to benefit. So be wise. Always see your spouse as the most beautiful or the most handsome. Yes, when you see that your spouse as the most beautiful, there will be no reason why you'll be running after X or Y. No, you concentrate on your partner and you see that the relationship will be very strong. Always be supportive of each other. Support each other in times of hardship, in times of in strong moments and in hard moments. So we support each other. Thank you, dear friends. That is the little that we gathered for you today. Continue to stay tuned to our subsequent programs and remain blessed.
Good day, dear viewers. This is Gillet, and you are welcome to GASA Media. In the show today, we are going to be talking about choice of educational institutions for our children. As we all know, educational institutions are classified into two main categories, which are the public institutions and the private institutions. So, which are you going to choose for your children? It's all a matter of choice. But remember, before you make any choice for your child, you have to understand that whether private or public, the curriculum is the same, because the curriculum for every country is established by the state, monitored and regularized by the state. So whether you're going to be sending your child to private institution or public institution, they are just going to be studying the same curriculum. So both institutions have their advantages and disadvantages, that is sure. So for some people send their children to private institutions despite the fact that they are very, very expensive, because the thing that the student-teacher ratio is reduced, so the teacher will have enough time to work with their children. Others just send them there because they think that because of the religious activities that will be done in school, the child will benefit from a lot of moral uprightness. They will benefit from a lot of moral lessons that can build the child's morals. and others just admire the building, the structure, and they send their children there. So, and public schools too also have their own advantages, such as what they are less expensive, and the fact that you are paying less expensive just means you will save enough money to take care of other family needs. And also, they are also located just nearer to where the children live, so the child can live from home to school or from school back home within a very short period of time. The rest of the time they can use in doing other activities. You see, when you send your child to public schools, they are in the society, so they learn other things apart from just learning academics in school. They are learning how to manage the home, they are learning home chores, all those things, all those activities. They also help the child to be independent, unlike those that we send to private institutions. They are just there to chew everything and give them to swallow. So you see, look at all of us that went to public schools. Can we say that we have not succeeded? I think the answer is no. It did not limit us in any way. So what we want to say here is that we should not kill ourselves if we cannot send our children to private institutions. The only thing that we should do is, if you send your child to public school, it's only left for you to follow up the child at home. Follow the child with assignments, follow the child, make sure that the child studies at home, you give exercises, and you will see that the child will do even better than the child who is being sent to a private institution. So it's not a do or die affair. Don't think that because my neighbor has sent the child to a private school, I must send my child to a private school. If you look at the outcome, you will see that the outcomes are always the same. Like, for example, if public schools, they send in like 100 and something students in the official exam, while private schools send in like 20 students and all the students pass, they will say they scored 100%. But in public school, they may send in 100 and something, and at the end, they might even have 80%, but the number of students that have passed matter. So the bottom line is that we should not kill ourselves if we cannot send our children to private school, because we can still send our children to public school and they do even better than those that are attending private school. Okay, dear friends, thank you for following us in today's program, and hope you stay tuned to our subsequent programs. Stay tuned and remain blessed.
Good day, dear mates. This is Gillet, and you are welcome to GASA E-News. The entire GASA media team is filled with a lot of joy and excitement for having received some very good news from the Executive Bureau of our organization. News has currently reached us that our President, Mr. Chalefe Hillary, has approved the sum of 100,000 francs CFA to the GASA media team to help sponsor some of our programs. This amount came to us first as a surprise, and secondly, it's going to go a long way to help us improve on our services in the area of news, entertainment, Zoom conferencing, shows, and what have you. So I would like to call on our President, Mr. Chalefe Hillary. Please do tell us what prompted you to take this very, very sensitive decision.
Dear brothers and sisters, fellow classmates, I hope we are all doing fine. I hope the good Lord is taking good care of us, especially at these periods of COVID-19 that is ravaging the world. I know and I trust in God that at the end of this pandemic, all of us will answer presence. I want to particularly thank all of you for the wonderful participations and the wonderful works you have been given to make GASA moving ahead. Especially to the GASA media team for their wonderful works. I wish to particularly thank Madam Atemken Gillet, for the good work she has been doing. And it is for this reason that me, together with the ESCO, we saw that it is necessary to support the GASA media with a token of 100,000 francs a year. As the time moves ahead, we're going to see if this amount is just enough, or we can do something more to make them continue with the good work they have been doing. We all know that this 100K is just a token as compared to the great job that they have been doing. This is just to encourage them. It is not like we are paying them. It is just to encourage them. We know that we cannot pay them. We cannot pay them for the good work they have been doing. So once more, I wish to thank every member of the GASA family, because it is our collective effort that is making us move ahead. I want to assure you that other classmates, they admire us. They want to be like us. So kudos to all of us. Thank you. Have a great day.
I would also like to call on our editor-in-chief, Mr. Kumba Ernest, to say something concerning this recent development.
I'm very grateful for the approval of the financial assistance that we requested from the executive of the GASA 8990. Yeah, I really wish to take the opportunity to thank the president and the entire member of the board for the thoughtful deliberation to recognize the work that we are doing here at the GASA media. Over the time, we have earmarked some serious projects that we want to do to bring more entertainment, more news to our audience. You know, for the past year, the GASA media have been sponsored solely by volunteers. But when we embark on this heavy project, we thought that we need assistance from the executive. And we cannot thank everyone enough for supporting us here. So we'll continue to work together. Okay, thank you.
Dear mates, the entire GASA media team is very grateful and indebted to the whole class of GASA 8990 for giving us this wonderful assistance to permit us run our programs. You know, the goal of the GASA media is to keep you informed of all the happenings in the house, bring you more shows, entertainment, Zoom conferencing, and what have you. So, dear friends, we call on you to follow us in all our programs without skipping any. Stay tuned and remain blessed. Thank you. In the show today, we are going to be talking about some little tips on how to keep the family healthy. You know, the family is the basic unit of the society, as made up of father, mother, and the children. So, for peace to exist in the family, father and mother must guarantee that. So I'm going to recommend some little tips. Tip number 1, regular sex. I mean regular sex. If there's problem in marriage, if you ask very well, this sex issue must be involved. So feel free as couples to tell your partner that, honey, the way you did it last time, I didn't enjoy it. You would have done it this way or that way. Fine. And wives too, I encourage you every 5 o'clock in the morning, tap your husband and give him a good dose of it before he gets up and goes out. If you do that, by the time he goes out and even sees other women naked, he will not have time. And for the men, I encourage them that when you are having affection or sex with your wife, make sure that you move her to orgasm. Let her experience orgasm before you discharge, before you ejaculate. That is the correct way of doing it. Don't climb on her 1 minute you have already discharged and you leave her unsatisfied, and then she will start looking left or right. That is not correct. You're just breaking your marriage. Point number 2, good food. Make sure that before you cook food in the house, consult your husband and ask his opinion what he wants to eat before you go ahead to cook. This will save us from the stress of cooking food in the house and you're throwing it while the husband is out there eating in the restaurant. Cook according to his taste
And then when it is time to serve him food, serve him by yourself. Sometimes we are so much involved in chatting that our husbands even come in without our notice. We don't have time because we are chatting with friends and so on. No, when your husband comes back, welcome him with a smiling face. Look for him good food, serve him well, dress in a sexy attire, bend down before him. Man, get his attention so that he can have that affection for you. That is the right way of doing it. Don't send your housemate to go and serve your husband. What for? You are just sending him out, and be sure that you are going to regret it. Some women even send housemates to wash their husband's clothes. What are you doing in the house, for crying out loud? Avoid searching your husband's phone or your wife's phone. It's not correct. What are you looking for in the first place? Because the information that you get there, you will not like it. Just have your husband, enjoy her, enjoy him. Your husband should enjoy you, and you forget about the rest. Enjoy yourselves. Avoid inviting third parties in your relationship, not even your in-laws. No. When you have problems in your marriage, wake up your spouse at 5 a.m., you resolve it, and move forward. Forget about the rest. Be honest to your partner. Make sure that you always tell the truth, because you tell lies and you are caught, you are in deep trouble. Keep your house always tidy, so that if your husband should come in with his friends at any time, he should feel at home. He should feel comfortable to receive his guests in the house. Love your spouse's family. Love your spouse's family. Yes, it's not because we are wives and we got married to our husband we think that we can own him all alone. No, he's coming also from another family. He's somebody's brother. They grew him up and sacrificed a lot for him, and so you just come in and you want to monopolize the whole thing. It is wrong. I'm very, very sorry about that. It is wrong. We have to welcome our spouse's family and entertain them, support them also. So accompany your spouse in his or her happy moments or sad moments. When your spouse is happy, you accompany her or him. Likewise, when he or she is sad, buy surprise gifts for your partner. This is very, very important. Don't wait until your birthday before you buy a surprise gift for your partner. Why? Every day is a good day to give a surprise to your partner. Take her to the park, take her to the beach, catch some fun together. If you're tired, relax at the hotel. That is it. As simple as that. Good day, dear viewers. You're welcome to GASA Media. On behalf of the whole class of GASA 8990, we, the GASA Media team, want to use this opportunity to acknowledge some of our members that have joined the world at large as frontline workers in the fight of this wicked COVID-19 pandemic. These people include Dr. Nkembele Cornelius, Boston, Massachusetts; Dr. Awung Cyprien, New York; Dr. Fozao Ebenezer, New York; Kumba Ernest, West Virginia; Tamonkeng Ladislas, Boya; Achankeng Gertrude, Columbus; Zengung Angela, Douala; Arachelis Ayok, Maryland; Asunganyi Chrysanthus, Maryland; Kemaka Henry, Maryland; Tangim Victorine, Arizona; Techago Angeline, Arizona; Mafuang Kemkengasong Mary, Canada; Nzika Antonia, Columbus, Ohio; Kemasong Justine, Columbus, Ohio; Atemkeng Mary, Germany.
Thank you all, dear mates, for a wonderful job.
Thank you, fellow mates, for the togetherness and oneness. Let's all be one.
Thank you, our dear mates, for the wonderful effort that you have been doing against the COVID-19 for this school.
Thank you all, my dear classmates.
Thank you, dear mates.
Thank you, mate. Stay at home.
Thank you very much. our dear mates.
Thank you for all your efforts. May the Lord see you through.
Thank you, our dear mates. We are grateful.
My brothers and sisters, you're doing a wonderful job out there. We appreciate. Remain strong.
Dear mates, thank you for your services during these difficult times.
As you can see, those are our classmates who are in the front line of different health professions. GASA 8990 class wants to say a big thank you to you for risking your lives to the service of humanity. We as a class of more than 100 members want to assure you that you are going to fight this war and come out victorious because we are solidly behind you. We use the word of God in Psalms 91 verse 7, which says, 1,000 may fall dead beside you, 10,000 all around you, but you will not be harmed. Even also as it is said in Numbers 31:49, that as the commander went for war and came back, he gave a report to Moses, telling him that he has counted all his soldiers that he went to war with, and all of them are alive and healthy. So also we proclaim upon your lives that all of you that are in the forefront fighting this war of COVID-19, that all of you are going to be alive by the time that this war is over. We will count all of you, and we are not going to lose any one of you, to the glory of the name of the Lord Almighty. Thank you, dear viewers, for following us today in today's program, and we wish you follow us in our subsequent programs. Thank you and remain blessed.